Yeah, I'm probably just a narcissistic dick, only interested in sex. Well, it may be the truth, but think a little. Maybe it's just the fault of the thoughts, as also for everything bad and wicked you do. Disclaimer: don't take everything I say as a certain truth or guide, because I screwed too many things in my life and in life of others. I manipulated, used, lied, and cheated. But I guess I've changed. These are just simply the lessons I learned that I wish I would have known sooner. Thoughts. They're like the tiny devils running in our head, aren't they? Creating our reality and opening us to mischief. Well, sort of. So, here's a quick story so you will understand what I'm talking about. A few days ago, something unexpected happened to me. I was in the mall when I saw her. I was out of my mind because her look was suggestive, to say at least. Like only people there were stopping getting my cane from being licked, if you know what I mean. When our eyes met, she knew exactly what I was thinking about. And I knew that she was too. Tempting. Mainly when I knew I could load her up more than my Christmas tree. Amazing and tempting thoughts for both of us. But this is the problem. I shouldn't have these type of thoughts, mainly when I've got my wifey right next to me. Well, so I've got only two options now. Either let it be, which I didn't want to, or hope that she'll play a game with me in front of my wifey and we'll see where it leads. You know the drill. Well, so what do you think I chose? Of course, I did not approach her since I've already got a number. That's a twist, I know, but I wasn't an angel back in the time, so it's nothing as surprising. Even though I wasn't expecting to see her ever again. So, before you ask, the answer is no. I did not use this opportunity to sleep with her, even though I may have wanted to. Wow, I'm saying it like I should be proud of that. Oh man, what's wrong with me? Okay, my tone aside, what is the moral of this story? Well, the thoughts are just thoughts, not the beginning of the actions nor the execution. We often, or better said, I used to mistake thoughts for something I need to fuel and then do in order to be happy. I mainly participated in lust and greed, to be exact. But as it turned out, wicked actions do not lead to happiness. Who would have thought? Okay, but what does this have to do with your life and bad things you may do? Well, the thoughts are making us want, chase, despite or hate something, whether it's good or bad. It sucks, but it is what it is. We're not saint. That being said, you also know what is good or bad for you, at least to some extent. So you kinda know what you should or should not do, right? That means, if you are doing things you then regret, you are choosing to do them. I don't have a problem with that, because I did that too. I'm just saying that it may not lead you to happiness in life. In mine, it absolutely did not lead there, but you are different. However, let's be honest with each other. When did you feel happy after doing something bad or wicked? And I'm not talking about sex in the church or something like that. Probably a long time ago. In reality, thoughts are more so like navigators in life, rather than shapers of reality. Of course, they make us happy, horny, angry or depressed, but that's not really their achievement. The thoughts are just creating this illusion in our brain, oftentimes blurring the real image. Wait, but why? Because we are not tech, so we put emotions in. Like, picture this. You are in the dark room with no light. What is the first thing you are interested in? I guess that's one of the following questions. Where am I? Why is there no light? Or what the F I'm even doing here? Now, does any of those questions help you in that particular situation? Well, not really, besides specifying your problem. Asking somewhat emotional questions will be useless. On the other hand, mere walking in that room will give you information upon which you can start asking logical questions for finding solution. Okay, but what does this mean? The same principle applies to our thoughts. The more we think about it, the more we are scared, depressed or tempted. We're just feeding the fire and then it's almost impossible to not act upon that. Because the problems are just getting bigger and bigger until they consume us fully. And it's the same with temptations. Yeah, I know it may be somewhat hard to understand what I'm trying to say. So in a nutshell, if you want to solve a problem, you don't think about the problem and how big it is, but you think and search for a solution, right? That's the basic mechanic I use for navigating my thoughts. At least I try, because honestly, it's hard sometimes. Like, you cannot even imagine how hard it was to tell my friend to stop writing the text to her and sit, poetically said. Who knows why? Maybe because the thoughts were too tempting, or because of deja vu. But yeah, as I said, thoughts are just thoughts, and they will be wicked sometimes. They do not specify who we are. The actions do. In the end, it doesn't really matter which thoughts you choose to act upon. The important is, or at least for me, to act upon the thoughts I won't regret. Or if I decide to act upon something I might regret, at least acknowledge and accept that it will have some consequences. But honestly, there is no gain from mischief, even though it may seem like it, just so you know. You may not accept this or like how I perceive this and navigate my thoughts, but that's fine, because I told you what I do, not what you should. Therefore, if this video gave you some insight, I'm glad it helped. And if not, then maybe next time. See you soon.